Howdy from Texas again. This is Scott with Houston Event Photography, and this is lesson 4 on how to set up Darkroom Core and Darkroom Pro. How I use it. I know there's way many other ways that you can set this up, and I know other photographers who use this software probably do it differently than I do. But this is what I have found that works for me. I started using Darkroom software, at least 25 years ago, probably. And back in those days, there was no graphical interface like you see today, where you can create borders and things like that. You had to do it all manually. In Photoshop, you'd have to go in and go, okay, I want my logo to be 600 pixels to the left and 700 pixels down from the top, and just hope that you got it in the right place. It was a lot of just back and forth trying to get your templates built because there was no way of seeing it on the screen. But they improved that when they did come out with the graphical interface. It made everybody's life so much easier. And I say that Darkroom is probably one of the easiest softwares to set up, although some people find it difficult. So that's why I decided to create these videos and just show you my techniques. And this is one of the ones I talked about in another video, a couple videos back, about if you're shooting pictures and you're working on this photo right here, and I'm gonna go ahead, go into enhance, and I'm gonna go ahead and put a border on here. I'm gonna pick me a border. I'll have a Christmas one here. And let's say I'm working on this picture and I'm getting it all ready to go, and then I'm the one who's operating the computer and doing the printing, and I have a photographer that's still shooting, and he shoots this picture here, and it comes up on my thumbnail. I mean, into my workspace, and I'm like, man, I wasn't through with that other one yet. So I go back to this one, and you notice that all the saves and the changes aren't there. So now I have to go in and readjust and recrop and reposition and zoom in and out and get it all ready. And say he takes another one before I even finish this, you know, that's horrible, because I have to keep doing that over and over and over again, or tell him, hey, don't take any more pictures till I tell you to, because I'm trying to print over here. So that was why I told you in setup in the camera operations here that you always want to make sure that if you're working as a team, this is selected as no. If it's just a photographer working by themselves and doing the printing before they take the next picture, they can leave this on yes, but by default, we always have it on no. So I wanted to show that again, and then show y'all how some photographers have told me how they do this. But it only would work if you were able to save this before the photographer took another picture. So that's why it's important to have that option turned off, so that you're working on this picture and he's taking pictures. They're not popping up over here in your workspace. They're only over here in your thumbnails. Now, some people have said, when I get through with doing this picture, I'll go down here and I'll say save as a new photo, and it does. It will add a new photo. This is the original picture. I'm going to go ahead and turn the border off, and I'm going to go to the one I just saved, and you'll see that um, it's what I saved in the thumbnail with all my changes and all that kind of stuff. I don't like doing it this way. I guess I can see the pros and cons, because you could go back if somebody came and said, hey, I took a picture a while ago and I'd like to get another copy of it. So instead of you having to go in and make the adjustment, find the picture, then make the adjustments and things, you can just look at the ones that have a border turned on and go, oh, there it is right there, and just print it and know you're printing the exact same picture. I don't do it that way because it just clutters up my thumbnails over here. I guess there's pros and cons, like I said, for doing it both. I always just make a package. So I'll go to my setup real quick and show you a package where we have that. And we go to package groups. And I'm just going to go down to my digital packages. And this one here has a QR code, where what we're actually doing is printing a digital copy. That's what the little CD disc means. You're sending it somewhere on your computer. So if I double click on that, it'll show you that I'm putting in my pictures, Darkroom. We call it print to file, so we just abbreviate it PTF photos, and then name it whatever you want to. You can put it anywhere you like, in whatever size you want to save. You just choose all that here. We don't mess with putting a template on it or anything, because it's going to print the template that's on there anyway. So that's where you set it up. I'll do one for you so that you'll see what I'm talking about. But this one, like I said, does a digital. It sends it to Darkroom event gallery, and then it prints out a QR code on a paper receipt printer like you get at a grocery store, and they can scan it and they can go get their photo. And I'll show you how to build those packages in another video. But we're going to stay here. We're going to go right here, and I'm going to say add a package. I didn't mean to do that, but we did. So we're going to go back to our digital packages. There it is. It called it package 1. I can go there and just say print to file. Like I said, PTF. And we're going to hit OK. You can name that anything you want. That's just what we call them. And then go right over here and say add a local print item. And you see it says print all sizes. This is every package that's included in Express Digital. They make it simplified where if you're just doing 4x6 prints, I'm going to do a 4x6. Just go down here and pick whatever you can print as a 4x6. I just want one. And that would be printing a print. So I'm going to remove that because I was just showing you how to add a print. But we're going to add a digital file. So we're going to go back to the local print item. And if you go all the way down to the bottom, you'll see digital delivery products. And you want to pick this digital media. And there's all kinds of things you can pick. That's where you pick them from. You can email it. If you're on 9.3 and you have your service contract paid up with Express Digital, then you can use their email server now, which is really nice because you don't have to set up your email anymore. It'll send it for you. You can do a Dropbox post, a Facebook post. I don't know that some of these still work because the security is always changing on those, so I don't really mess with those. If you got Twilio, you can set up text messaging, or you can send it to Event Gallery. That's what we do. We send it to Event Gallery, and then we print out that QR code that they can go get it. But we're just doing a digital media in this example. I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. Like I said, it's going to put it wherever you tell it to put it. I'm going to go ahead and put it in my print to file folder. And I'm going to put it in the 4x6. And let's see if there's one in there. I'll make one that says test so we know where it's at. And so I've told it where I want it to save it. I want it to save it full size, and that's all pretty much you need to do. Now, if I go back to my photo workshop, and you notice I don't have that package over here because I'm not in that package group, so I need to go to my setup. I need to go to my package groups, which was, I think it was this one. Yep. And it's not set as my default packages. One of these others is set as my default packages. So all you have to do is hit set default for whatever package group you want to print from. Now, when I go back to photo workshop, you'll see that there's 3 different packages there, and that print to file we made was one of them. If I hit, I'm going to do this one because I'm going to add a border. Hit the letter B as a shortcut. And like I said, if you got, like me, I have multiple, border groups. So these are some of my Christmas ones. We'll do a different one. Let's see. Let's do this one. This is the border that we use for this job. I'll go ahead and crop it, get it where I want it. Like I said, on the first or second video, I showed you about keeping your crop lines on so you know exactly what you're printing. If you're printing 4x6s, 5x7s, 8x10, you'll see where those pictures will crop. And I'm going to hit the print to file, and you see it put it in the package. And when you're printing packages, some people have them where these automatically print when they hit the button. I don't do that because I have made mistakes and don't want to have waste. And I also put the quantity, so when I hit place order, it's going to send that picture to that folder that we created in my pictures. We'll go down to the print to files. I think we put it in, I got so many of them. Let me see which one we got it in. Not in that one. I need to go and clean out some of my folders because I got too many named the same thing. I have to go in there and find it. I'm wasting time here, but anyway, that's where the picture would be. I'm just going to do it real quick so that I can show you. See where I put it. Darkroom, print to file photos. All right. Darkroom, print to file photos. That's where it should be. There it is. There's that test folder. Or there is a test folder. I don't think that's the right one. No, that's a different one. So like I said, I really need to clean this out. I haven't cleaned out my stuff since Christmas. Here it is. Test. And there is the photo that we just saved there. So now we have a digital copy, and that's how I save my digital copies instead of putting them in my thumbnails over here that just, to me, take up a lot of extra real estate. But I do see the point of keeping them there because, like I said, if somebody comes back, you can probably find it quicker if you just look there. If I do it the other way, then I'd have to find the original photo. I'd have to find this one, put the border on it, readjust it, and then print it. But to me, that's very quick. So everybody has their own way of doing things, and that's just how I do it. So I just wanted to show y'all that real quick. I hope it helps. Again, my name is Scott with Houston Event Photography. We're a corporate event photography company based in Houston, Texas, that has been in business for over 4 decades. And if you have any questions, just email me. It'll probably be faster for me to show you how to do something if you email me than if you try to call me, because I may be at a job and not be able to answer the phone, or won't be in front of the computer where I can see what I need to do. All right. Thanks a lot. Catch you on the next one.